We just talked about how much people are loving The Golden Bachelor. It's showing the world that everyone deserves to find that special someone, no matter their age. If you're ready for your second act when it comes to finding love, our next guest has the perfect dating tips for you. Please welcome confidence therapist and dating expert, Kimmy Seltzer.
Yeah.
Hello. Good to be here.
Thanks for coming. Kimmy Seltzer. There's got to be a drink named after you at some point. Yes. So, Kimmy, let's start with The Golden Bachelor because Gary told his family he would not be the guy to kiss on the first night, okay? But he did. Is it okay to kiss on the first date?
I say go for it.
Ooh.
You know, when it comes to this stuff, there are no rules, especially when you're dating later in life. I mean, one of the things that happens when you've been in a relationship for a really long time is that you feel a little stale and maybe you want to get your mojo back. When I'm working with my clients, I really try to gain clarity on what it is that they're set out to do. And so if both parties are feeling it, I say go for it.
Ooh, I love her. Doesn't she look like the architect from The Matrix in that cool room?
A little bit.
Very cool. I like it a lot. Okay, Kimmy, when it comes to dating during your second act, you have 3 tips people need to master. Can you give us the 3 tips?
Absolutely. Well, I have so many more. You know, this topic is so, near and dear to me because I went through it. And although I'm an expert, one of the things that happens is that a lot of people go after dating as a relationship person. And so maybe you've never dated before. Maybe you've only been in one relationship. So now's the time to have a little fun, get to know yourself as you are dating in the second act. I actually call it dating yourself. And so the first thing that I have people do is create a dating plan, much like a business plan, because you have to be intentional in the way that you put yourself out there. Gone are the days where you have the infrastructure of your social life, like when you were in college and everyone's in the same place. So there's a 3-prong approach that I teach people. The first thing is to go out and practice once a week, go to the grocery store, go to the coffee shops, and practice the art of flirting and gab. Just get used to the opposite sex. Maybe it's been a while, and there's a difference between being friendly and flirty. The second thing is sign up for a class. When you are in a class, you see people over and over again. Something that is really important is to get a good set of single people in your life, because a lot of times your friends are married or coupled off and they don't get it. They don't have that flirty energy that you need.
Right.
And the third thing I would say is sign up for a one-off event. Maybe go to a meetup, go to something that you're passionate about. Maybe it's wine tasting, because most likely your people will be there.
Your people.
The second tip I have is to dress the part. So what I mean by that is get a good dating costume. Your dating costume should be different than your work costume. One of the things that happened to me is while I did a lot of work on myself, I looked like a hot mess. I was this frazzled mom, and it wasn't until I went to the store and this personal shopper held up a red dress to me and said, "Put this on," is when I looked in the mirror and I really saw it and I felt it. This is so important. Yeah, when it comes to that sexy confidence and really putting yourself out there. Like those ladies that you see in The Golden Bachelor, they look fantastic.
Yeah, they do.
You know that they're owning it too with that costume. And then the third tip is probably one of the most important tips, and that is flirt. Flirt, flirt, flirt. This is what's interesting about flirting. Like when you look in the dictionary, the definition is to behave as though you are attracted to someone without the serious intention of an outcome.
Ooh.
That's fascinating, because a lot of times people get tripped up and they don't flirt because they're worried about what's next. That's not what flirting's about. It's about being present. It's about being playful and really kind of creating this magnetism that draws people to you.
Ooh. Thank you.
So let's,
I was trying to flirt. Okay.
let's
You're a
talk
good
more.
flirt.
Oh, Lord. Let's talk more about being approachable. How can people best convey this?
Well, here's the thing. Both sexes, both men and women, have responsibility with approachability. It's not just the man's job to come up to the woman. A woman has got to be approachable and turn her cab light on. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is say, I am open for business. Mm-hmm. Come talk to me, come hither. And one of the things that I teach my clients, I do these dating retreats and flirt workshops, and I teach this system. I call it the body signal system. And the first thing is paying attention to your face. It's the first thing that people see. So that is making eye contact, smiling. Really, like 93% of communication is nonverbal. So what you say isn't even as important as how you look. So that's super important. Also, notice who's noticing you. Like, are you out in the world and noticing people who are watching you? And that will create a lot of opportunity. The second thing I teach is your kind of body talk. And what I mean by that is it's your posture. Are you standing up? And please, oh my gosh, ladies, slow down the walk. I see people just like, I can't tell you how many times I see people like running through life, looking at their phones, and that's not sexy. I have to say that. So the third thing that I teach is also positioning. So if you are someone who goes to a restaurant and hides in a corner and cackling with your girlfriends that, how there's no good men out there, you are not going to be approached. I say sit dead center at a bar so that you're positioned to talk to people.
Those are great tips.
Those are really...
Yeah, don't hide in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Swayze.
Kimmy, thank you so much for joining us on DBL today. To our viewers, Kimmy has a virtual workshop coming up on October 10th and a dating retreat program starting November 1st. To learn more, visit KimmySeltzer.com/now or just scan the QR code. Thank you again, Kimmy. Great advice. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
Good practice. Thanks, Kimmy.
Thank you.